Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So tonight, about time, Strongbow Rosé. Says here, a lightly sparkling rosé cider made with blush red apples for a refreshing cider that's best enjoyed cold. Doesn't say anything about the taste. So, where's my tin opener? So, another clap for Britain tonight, or clap for the NHS rather. It's funny, but I've got arsehole neighbours across the road, so there's no chance I'm clapping on the front because I can't stand them. They're horrible people. So I'll do it on the back garden. And tonight I'll use a pan and a wooden thing, because people were doing that and it sounded a lot better. Plus it's less hassle on your hands. So, rosy in colour, as you'd expect. Good carbonation, as you'd expect from a cider, and lacing. Hints of apple on the nose, and berries. On the taste, it seems like all the cider makers have gone with this rosé option. In some ways it's like a rosé wine but in a cider. That's my take on it anyway. I might be wrong. Yes, definitely. So what I'm getting there, raspberry, strawberry, and in some ways it I need to up this chair, don't I? In some ways yeah, definitely it's like a rosé wine but in a cider, you know. It's also like a summer fruit cider. What it is really crisp, really refreshing. So if you like your rosé wines, to me this is definitely the next step on the agenda to try. A rosé cider. Oh, that is damn thirst quenching, that is. It's very nice. Now with Strongbow doing this, they're obviously going for mass market. It's already in bottles. I've seen it in a 4-pack and I've also seen it in crates. You know, what we call crates. 15 cans, that's what we call crates. So for it to already be in that, they're obviously going for mass. And the last time they did that was actually for Strongbow Dark Fruits. They brought out Strongbow Citrus Wave not long after Dark Fruits came out, but that didn't stay along too long. And they also brought out after that Cloudy Apple. Cloudy Apple has still remained. The Citrus Wave, I've not seen that for a while in any shop. Shame really, because now I do reviews. I'd love to review it. And it's the same. Krabby's brought out Citrus Krabby's, and that was gorgeous. Krabby's being the ginger beer. And it's a thing where they bring these out, and whether it's just, you know, they see how the sales go and then they dump it, I don't know, but it's a shame really. It's a shame because for me, the more varieties you've got, the more you're opening up to a wider population. In my opinion anyway. So yeah, you can definitely taste the apples in this still, but there's definitely hints of the strawberries and raspberries in this. What it makes, I can't fault it in some ways, because it's definitely made an option for rosé wine drinkers, a cider option. Not overly fruity, not like your Copperbergs and that, we are aimed at fruit wines. This is more aimed, it's like a bridge between the apple, like your Strongbow fans, and then your Copperberg, like your Copperberg fruit ciders, and it's like it brings them together, and very interesting, very interesting. I've also got the Copperberg Rosé on the floor, and I'm going to review that in the next few days, just to see where that is in comparison with this. And as long as I'm not drunk when I review it, I'll know exactly how it stands. I'll not do it tonight though. I'm not drinking 2 rosés on a row. Just watched the daily update, the Corona update, and you know, it's times when your country is in its worst, do people step forward, be honest, and be confident and strong. And today, Matt Hancock, I mean, I'd never heard of the bloke until this all started, and today is the way he talked, the way his honesty, the way that he came across to me, like Boris Johnson. I'm not a Conservative lover, I'm not actually a Labour lover with the bloke in charge. I think he's a prat, but that's why the people voted Conservative, because they didn't want Jeremy Corbyn in charge of this country. But the way they conducted themselves, yes, no one's perfect. None of us are perfect. Look in the mirror. None of us are perfect. But the way he's conducted himself, I think, is so immense. I just have admiration for them. Yeah, the next few months are going to be tough, and then the payback's going to be tough. But the country, you see what happens around the country. You see firms changing what they're doing, and instead of going bust, they're making instead of making clothing, they're making surgical wipes, surgical jobbies, and that they're making face masks, and you get companies all around the UK doing that. Then there's, and because you can't get from China anyway, probably because everyone else wants it. You start doing that in the UK. The UK starts manufacturing its own again. We don't need to go abroad anymore. We do it here, and we do it as fast as we can. Keep the prices down, and then Britain becomes great, like it fucking should be. I'm patriotic. I mean, when you're up against something that you can't see. I went shopping today, and the amount of cleaning when I got back, bloody ridiculous. But you don't want to bring anything into your house. Anyway, back to the rosé cider. Yeah, I can definitely see where this is. The hell's that? Where this is aimed at. I like where they're coming from with it. I might be wrong. They might not be aiming it at that, but I think I'm right. And cheers to you, Grandad. Grandad. Still feels wrong saying Grandad. I'm only 48. I might look older with this bloody grey hair, but I'm only 48. So, to break it down, rosé coloured, good carbonation and lacing. On the nose, apple, predominantly apple, bit of berries in there. On the taste, very much apple as well. And then with a hint, the fruity hints are there with strawberries, raspberries. There may be more, I don't know, I'm not reading the back. And like I've already said, very much a bridge between your conventional Strongbow and your fruit ciders. They've got this smack in the middle between them to convince the mass majority who drink out of a can into just trying that rosé. If you don't like fruit, this is that bridge, in my opinion. And not bad too, to be fair. So, very nice tasting. I can see where it's coming from. It's not too fruity, it's not too appley, but it's firmly in that ballpark, and it's been done right as well. out of 5. 4.5 out of 5, yes. And if you're a rosé wine lover and you like your ciders but you don't like the apple, you don't like the fruit, there you go. You made. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Stay safe.